Hello, Gary. Are you there?
I'm
Say hello.
live.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why you don't hear you very well.
I was watching, Eddie's, hey, Resourceful 11 Homestead. Good to see you. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you. Just
There we
Jason
go.
Keto, Peaceful Dez. Uh, good to see y'all. I'm Dude One, and that's Dude Two. Uh, we're here to give clues. Uh, broke but bountifully blessed. Good to see you. We are here tonight really to talk about, well, YouTubing for that matter. It's something that we've both been doing for a long time. Um,
Yeah, and we want to give a disclaimer. We don't work for YouTube, and we're not professionals. We're just talking about what works for us, and it seems we've done a lot of research in I don't want to say development, but a lot of things to see how it works.
yeah. Um, I've been poking and prodding at this thing for a long time. In fact, that's how I met Jerry. Dude, too. The
Why don't you go ahead
when
and tell them how we met?
All right, I'll tell him how we met. Back, I don't know, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, something like that. You
Yeah,
know,
about 3 years ago.
I was doing experiments with YouTube. I was going through and trying different things just to see what kind of results it would provide. You know, um, they were things that you could actually test and find out the results. I had an idea for because every time you turn around, somebody's saying you have to do this and you have to do that, and uh, if you don't do it this way, this will happen, and I didn't believe all that. I The fact is that just because something, it's like people saying the world's flat, it ain't flat. You know, the just because it's a rumor or something, if somebody says that, doesn't make it true. Um, so I
Problem,
designed.
and the
Yeah,
problem was people were putting out the same thing, and everybody was falling for it.
yeah. Well, it's one of those things where it's I don't know, kind of like a self fulfilling prophecy. Just by making the prophecy, everybody else tends to believe it. So, but at the time, I've always heard. I have. It was a lot worse back then than it is now, but I was always hearing people say that in order for a just became a member. Sweet. I hope you don't mind. I mean, I don't know if that's on
That's
mine or
right.
yours.
That's on your side.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Peter. Um, the I guess the main point to it was just that
I am. Thank you.
in fact, Peter was part of that experiment. Um, I remember because he there was about 15, between 12 and 15 channels that I wanted to see if you went and subscribed to somebody's channel and you did not watch, because everybody's saying in order for your subscription to stick, you had to go and watch 3 minutes of videos and hit the like and the subscribe button
And leave a comment.
and leave a comment. Otherwise, YouTube was going to drop you. They were going to disconnect you. I guess there was a lot of paranoia because people kept losing subscribers. Um, and that's something that happens whether you've got 100 subs or whether you've got 5,000. It happens to, as far as I can tell, everybody.
That
Uh,
even happens at 100,000 subscribers.
right. The So I designed an experiment. I wanted to see if I subscribed to somebody, and they were also, of course, they were also saying that if you subscribe to somebody on the same day that they subscribe to you, that'll get rid of your sub. Well, I thought I'd do a double whammy, and so, uh, oh wow, we got another subscriber.
He
I
was
don't know.
that's on my side. Thanks, Ed. He becomes
Excellent.
he's on my side. That's all right. Ed, great. Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ed. But they always say if you subscribe on the same day that the YouTube will knock them out.
That's
Uh,
not true.
well, so I figured I would design an experiment designed solely to find out if I didn't watch any of your stuff but I subscribed to you, would it stick? And two, if you subscribed to me on the same day, and didn't watch any of my stuff, would it stick? Now, the this does not answer every question on YouTube. The fact is that subscribers are separate from watch hours. Watch hours are, and each individual thing has its own thing. But I went to somewhere between 12 and 15 channels. I saw Jerry in one of the live streams, and I looked up his channel and got his email. Sent him an email. Hey, Susan, and I said, listen, I want to subscribe to your channel and have you subscribe to mine, but do not watch any of my stuff. I'm not going to watch any of your stuff. I just want to see if the subscription sticks. And
Hey, John. And we did that. Exactly what I did. I would say that's a good idea. I'm all for it. So I subscribed to Gary. He subscribed to me. We didn't watch each other's stuff. We contacted each other by email.
mhm,
I would go in and see what he had, but I would never watch anything. I just go to his channel, his page, not watch anything, and leave. And I would just go there to check and see if I was still subscribed. And say subscribe, subscribe, and never changed. We did that for 2 months. And after 2 months, I said, "Hey, this is it hasn't changed anything in 2 months. I want to start watching some of your stuff." And Gary said, "Okay, let's go ahead and start watching stuff." So we started watching each other's stuff. All right, Jake became a member of your channel. That's great.
thank you for subscribing. Good to see.
So we alone for 2 months we're a subscriber to each other's channels, and we are not watching each other's videos, and we're not leaving comments, and we're not communicating in YouTube any way at all. Any communication we had was through an email, or actually through an email. Then Gary and I switched phone numbers and started talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And then we decided one day, I was talking to him and said, let's just go ahead and do this and subscribe and go ahead and start watching videos on each other's things that we did. And so I never leave. Now, on the other hand, go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to make one point. The only out of the 12 to 15 channels I subscribed to that subscribed to me same day, didn't watch any content, they didn't watch any of mine. The only two that did not stick, because there were two that did not stick, and those actually both of them belong to Peter over at Old Man King Homestead. And Peter, I was contacting him through email, and he sent me two channels that he has. I'm not going to share them or anything, but he sent me through the email the channel links. So I went over there to his channel on both of those and subscribed with them. But those, the only two, and I couldn't even, the only reason why I asked him for those two was because I couldn't find them through a normal search, through a search of YouTube. But
I'm sorry. I only did this experiment with Gary. I didn't do it with anybody else. I just did it with him. I subscribed to him the same day, he subscribed to me, and we didn't watch each other's stuff. In the meantime, I had also started subscribed to Eddie Devil Dog, which is in here. Thanks for showing up, Eddie. And I started watching what stuff he had, and I went to his lives and started watching his lives and stuff, and I became a member of his channel. And I was a member of his channel, and one week I went in there going like, how come I haven't gotten no notification that Eddie was going live? So I went in, and he was already live. And I come in, and he says, "You're late." I said, I didn't get notification." So I checked it, and I was no longer subscribed. It had unsubscribed me, but I was a member of his channel, a paid member, and it unsubscribed me. So the next day I thought, I want to just go back and double check this. So I went back in the next day and I was unsubscribed again. So I thought he was messing with me. I thought I was new in YouTube. I thought maybe Eddie's unsubscribed me just to mess around with me because that's the type of guy he is. He likes to do practical jokes. So I went and subscribed again, and the next day I went in there, and again I was unsubscribed. I did that for 7 days in a row, and after 7 days, it stuck. And I said to him, I said, you know, did you unsubscribe? And he goes, no, I can't do that. And so I didn't know. I'm not sure if you could or not because I was unsubscribed for all 7 days in a row. So it's something. It happens. Who knows why it happens? But it does happen.
Well, I got a similar story. I just want to say hello to Star Killers.
And Jan's in here, and Matt Outdoors is in here, and Emily was in here. And Emily says she subscribed to channels, but sometimes it didn't stick. She didn't get notifications. Well, the notifications is a complete different thing. I mean, I got notifications sometimes. I went in and was watching the live, and 20 minutes after the live had started, I got notifications. I went, that's kind of weird. Hey, Drunken Chef is in here. Henry's in here. John from Home Bartending with John, and Kathy's in here, and Tiffany's in here. Welcome all in, everybody.
A lot of great folks in here.
Yep. So,
well, the same thing happened to me. I mean, it wasn't me going and finding I was unsubscribed because I don't know that I could hold that thought in my head long enough. But, I had a subscriber, Nicole Chafe, who was, she watched everything I put out. She was a paid member of my channel at the time. And, they unsubscribed her 7 times in 7 days. She had to even though she was a paying member of my channel, she was the top commenter on any of my videos. If I put anything out there, she was going to go through and she was going to, comment on it. And, and it unsubscribed her 7 times in 7 days. She had to go through literally every day.
Hey, Rob.
Drive.
Jeans from Alaska's in here.
Oh,
welcome
cool.
in, Rob. So there's, the myth of it, and I'm going to call it a myth, but the myth of from what I believe is it says you have to go watch 3 minutes, you have to subscribe, watch the notifications, and you have to leave a comment. I'm calling that a myth because Gary and I showed that we can subscribe to each other, not watch each other's videos, not leave comments, and still say subscribe. Why it says subscribe or why it doesn't say subscribe, I can't tell you. Man, I'm watching Eddie's every week and leaving comments on the videos he was making and leaving comments in the chat, and I got unsubscribed for 7 days in a row. So, there's, it's, I don't want to say it's a glitch in the program, but there's something it does. It doesn't like one thing or another, and it just takes you out. I had a community strike. Not a copyright strike, but a community strike on my channel one time because I was co-streaming with another channel, and she was protesting, or not really protesting. She was talking for, how do I say this without getting both of us in trouble, about trafficking. Let's just say it that. And she was talking how the government was going to take care of it and stuff. And I was, I was right there with her watching this video she was showing of a government official. He used a certain word. I didn't even know what that word was. It was not a $5 word like Gary likes to use. It was a $10 word, and I didn't even know what that was. And that was a week later. I got this community strike. I went like, what the heck? And it took down the live. And I talked to this person and said, she said, well, I didn't get one. But and I said, well, that's kind of weird. I was on your live, like Gary's right now, basically on mine, even though we were co-streaming on his also. I was co-streaming on mine with hers. I got the community strike, but she didn't get the strike. 3 days later, she got the strike. It took 3 days for her to get it after me. Well, I went through, tried to figure, well, I want to know what it was because I didn't know what I did. So I went through the YouTube thing and went through and found out where it said this is where this happened. And I went in and watched it and I was paying attention to it and it came up with this word and that's what the YouTube said that was that word. And I went and looked it up and found out what that meant. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble, again. But I had this community strike, and I was like, "Oh man, that's not good." I get 2 more strikes up for something I didn't know I did. I could be lose my channel. Well, then about 6 months later, they came out with a way to remove a community strike, and it was basically sitting here at the computer reading text and it answered a question, and it took me about 30 minutes. After I did that 30 minutes, it says, "Congratulations, you've completed this class, and that community strike will be removed from your channel in 90 days as long as you don't have the same offense in the community's guidelines." Well, I would never do this. I would never do that to begin with on purpose. So I knew I wasn't going to possibly have another one. And then 90 days later, that community strike came off my channel. I have no community strikes. Now, I know a few channels that have community strikes, and they have them for it was said they were having a child driving a equipment, and it really wasn't a child. It was this person's wife, but he won't swallow his pride to take the class to remove the community strike. You know, I mean, you can argue with him all you want, but you got to remember, you're in their sandbox, and if you're as long as you're in their sandbox and they say this is how it is, you need to go and unfortunately have to go and do what they want you to do in order to keep playing in their sandbox.
You know what happened to me the other day?
I give up.
No,
I give.
it was weird because as you continue to go forward on YouTube, I was watching an old Good Cop Bad Dog show, and I saw some people on there that I hadn't seen in a long time. So I went back and looked at some of their channels just to see if they were, still producing content, and some of them were, but some of them, quite a few weren't. Um, but the next thing I know, somebody who I hadn't seen in a while, their short popped up right there in in my uh, in my feed.
Actually, because you checked the channel out again.
Yeah, and so it's not. I mean, you don't. To be fair, there's a couple things that watching the video does. Um, Even though I think that there's just a connection, they're going to try to get you to watch their stuff. After all, YouTube's free. The
Right.
reason why it's free is because they're selling advertisements, and they
Correct.
have eyeballs to watch the advertisements. Um, but and if they feel like they got something that can you know uh, keep or retain your attention, they're going to do it. But one of the things watching the videos actually does is it puts it in their history. Once your video, they have a history of watching your video, they're a lot more likely to show that person more of your material. Now,
Right.
what truly makes a difference on whether somebody watches your stuff, watches your videos, whether it's shorts or long streams, is one, if they have a history, if they've watched one before. Two, the title the title of whatever video, whether it's long format or short format, does make a difference on whether somebody clicks on it. Some things they're just drawn to. And I know you can't control a thumbnail on a short, but you can on a longer format video. And sometimes not always. I mean, but sometimes it's the thumbnail that they're drawn to. Um,
Right. That's why they say make good thumbnails that will attract people to come watch the video.
Now, how long they watching your video is a completely different thing. Um,
And and Eddie and I have talked about this because he said he watches every one of my videos. I put a video out one time. It was, I can't remember, it was like 20 minutes long. And he said, "Why is it so long?" I said, "Well, I couldn't cut out so much of it. It would make no sense." So he watched it. And then I went back and I said it had the average viewing was like 17 minutes. Well, then I went back a couple days later and looked at it again, and it had dropped way down like to 5 minutes. So that tells me there's a lot of people that just click in there, left a comment, and left. They didn't watch the whole video. But
Well,
that happens. I mean, we can't say about it. You can't force people. You lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
yeah, my daddy used to say it. A man convinced is against his will is of the same opinion still. Um, here's what I have. Here's what I have found regarding that is that sometimes initially the first people that are going to watch your video are people that that a lot of times they watch your content religiously anyhow, and they're going to let
Right.
run all the way through.
You're real
So
good friends.
right. And then, the further it gets away from the initial reaction, uh, the typically, I think that it seems like the number tends to go down, less and less.
Well, Rob from Curmudgeon Inn put a video out, and him and I were talking back and forth and stuff, and he was saying he was going to put a video out of him riding on a train. I said that'd be cool, And he said, "Well, yeah, I'm going to put it out of my shop." And I said, "That'd be better because people, don't know how you have to shop for 3 or 4 months at a time up there." And so he did the video, and he called me and said, "Did you watch the video yet?" And I said, "No, I haven't watched it yet. I didn't get a chance to." He said, "Well, and they had just put it out." He said, "It's got like 50,000 views on it." I said, "Really? Pretty cool. I'll go watch it." Well, being me, I was busy doing this stuff, and I wasn't going to just watch part of it, so I walked away. And the next day he calls me, "Did you watch it yet?" And I said, "No, I haven't watched it." He said, "Well, it's got 100,000 views on it." I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "It's going like crazy, and I got X amount of new subscribers and stuff." I said, "That's cool." Well, he called me again the next day. It was 3 days later. He had 200,000 views on it. And he called me and I said, I got to go watch it. I mean, now I've got to go watch it because, you're telling me about this. I need to see what I'm missing. So I went and sat and watched the video. And it's like, I don't know, 25 minutes long, I think it is. And it was a very cool video. It showed the train going down into town and buying the groceries and coming home and breaking down the meat, which is exactly what they do in their life. It's nothing different than anybody else who lives up there that doesn't do that. If you live in a remote area and you got to ride a train in, and he's just put in. It's been 2.6 million views now,
Wow, that's a
so
lot.
it's amazing. And he's gotten over 50. Oh, yeah. Well, he got about 45,000 subscribers out of it, or so roughly, from that. I don't know how many he's actually have on the video. Rob, go and look and tell me how many you have on the video itself.
He said it's now 2.6 million. Hey, I got a question for you.
That's views on it. Yes.
I want to talk. Ed over at West Stock Homestead said he put a 2 minute and 18-second video out, and the longest view was 1 minute and 12 seconds. I have yet to find a way throughout YouTube that can show you what an individual view was. The closest I had found has been to show what your average is, and unless you catch it right after there's been one view and only one view and there's no more views on it, I don't see how you can tell how long a video has been watched. You can look at on average.
Right.
Do you know of any way that you can actually look
No,
at?
I don't. I know that. I know I watched it when I put the video out. And Eddie, I told Eddie about it. He watched it. And it showed that it had because when I put it out, it wasn't just Eddie watching it. It was several people watched it. But the average view was like 17 minutes. I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And then the next day it dropped down, but it had like more views on it, a lot more views on it. It was like 100 views, but it was down to like average view was like 8 minutes. And it's going to happen. I don't. The one thing I want to say is I don't. I know you're the same way. Hold on, the views are 2.7 million, and it's got 42,500 subs from that video. Thank you, Rob, for telling me that. I appreciate that. So some people can have a video that go viral and they can get a lot of subscribers from it, and so that's really cool. But one of the things I wanted to say is everybody uses this word, I want to grow my channel organically. And this, our word organic, is a very touchy word for a farmer because organic means something, and really there's no land that's organic anymore. You can't buy organic grown vegetables because organic means the ground for the vegetables have never had spray ever on them, have never had fertilizer on them, have never done anything on them. It's just raw ground. They planted this vegetable and it grew, and you bought it. That's organic. What you buy in the store, they call it organically. It's like, well, it hadn't been sprayed for 3 years, so we're going to call it organically. Or it hadn't been fertilizer for X amount of months, so we're going to call it organically. That's the way to get you to pay more money for something that you could buy if he wasn't using the word. So it's a pet peeve of mine. It just chomps me, the no end when people say, "I want to grow my channel organically." You basically want to say is you don't want to grow your channel at all because you don't want to do any kind of advertising for it. So that means you don't have stickers, you don't have cups, you don't have any kind of giveaways in your channel. So if you're going organically, you can't be giving stickers away. You can't be giving cups away. You can't be giving merch away. You can't be doing anything because that's not organic anymore.
Well, let me point something else out on that for that matter. Most people, when they start a channel, they'll sit there and tell their friends about it. They'll sit there and tell family members about it.
Right?
Is I would have to say that kind of discounts it from being organic from the get go.
That's right. So, that's one of the things that I have heard. I mean, and I'm going to touch on this more later on. We're not going to be into it tonight, but yes, I have done promotions, and promotions is advertisement. And I've already said this I told this to Gary, I've told this to Jan, I've told this to a couple people. If somebody can show me a Fortune 500 company that's never advertised whatsoever, I'll give them $100, $100 cash. If you can show me a company that's a Fortune 500 that's never advertised. Advertisement is how the world goes around. If you don't have advertisement, you don't know about stuff.
Thank you.
So I've given cups away. I've got one right here. Give cups away. I've given stickers away. I've given hats away with Butler Family Farm. Matter of fact, Gary's got a hat. So Jan said she'll add $100 to that. So it just shows that when people start chomping on it because they say, I want to grow my channel, but I don't want to do promotions. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, it makes them look like a little person because they don't understand what they're actually saying, and they're chastising me because how I ran my channel or how I've done my channel. I decided I want to do some advertisements, so I do. I've not spent any money, and like I said, we'll get into it. And Jan, we'll bring Jan up. On the channel one of these next month, we'll bring Jan up to talk about promotions, and we'll talk about promotions next month. But Rob has probably gotten as close as you get organically on his channel. He put out the word to people. I put the word out when I saw the video. I shared it out. A lot of people shared it out, and it basically took off. It got to be I don't know how many likes he has on it. Rob, can you tell me how many likes you have on that video? That 2.7 million views. It'd be interesting to see how many likes he has on that.
I think he said it was like 46,000 likes or something.
45, 46. I thought he said that's how many subs he had.
That was, yeah, you're probably right. I don't remember.
If you don't mind, Rob, you look and tell me how many. I appreciate that. But I want to tell you that I found that if the likes make what actually drive the channel, drive the video, that channel, drive the videos. If you can get, and I've done this. I've got some videos that's got 3,000 likes on it, and it keeps getting views. Um, the more likes you have on a channel, the more it's going to be pushed out. He's got 4,497 likes on there.
That's impressive. Let
So
me let me say this, and I ain't claiming to know everything. In fact, I'm probably one of the most ignorant people you'll know. There's so much I do not know. Um, that doesn't mean I don't want to know. It just means I don't know the answer. There are things that come up with questions. I had a video early on in my YouTube career that had a 94% watched rate, which is crazy. But at 94% of the video, by everybody had seen it, had watched it. It had, a lot of, a very high percentage of likes compared to the number of views that was on it. And
thank you,
yet,
Virginia.
it just stopped. You know, Nobody else watched it. The there's a it comes to a point where I guess YouTube really just quits showing it, and I don't know if that's because I tend to put too much stuff out there. Um, but
Well, look how many millions of channels there is.
yeah,
And so you, I know that on my recommendation page, it shows people I watch on a regular basis recommending their stuff more. It even recommends my own stuff to me, which is kind of weird because you know, I, I don't need to be reminded that I did it. But one of the things I wanted to say is that people, you have to look at why you're doing YouTube and why you're putting a video out. If you're putting videos out for other people to watch because you want other people to watch them, then you don't go look at your analytics because you have your heart broken. I make my videos because I want to make my videos. I really don't care if anybody watches them. I do them for me. I don't do them for Gary. I don't do them for Eddie. I don't do them for anybody else. I do them for me. If they like them, they watch it and they like them. Great. I'm happy they say they like them. But I don't do it for them. I do that for me. And you need to do that. I feel like you need to do it for yourself. And Rob says there's 115 million, 15 million YouTube channels.
that's a lot. Well,
It is.
it seems to me if you're doing it because you want to have views, if you're trying to turn it into I don't know if I want to say successful is probably the best term I could use. First of all, the title or the subject matter has to have universal appeal. It has to have something in it that's interesting. It typically, if you want them to watch all the way through, you're going to have to tell them up front, uh, what it is or either that, or tell them wait till the end because this is going to happen. Um, there are
Yeah.
all sorts of little things you can do throughout your video that will increase retention, or you know, but then you need a good title, and each title will change what people are searching for, or if you're trying to reach a particular crowd that's already seen your stuff, or whether or not it's something that's going to have. For example, I've got a couple of videos that people just tend to keep watching, um, that really didn't even have much in the way of views to begin with, but after a year or more, people start watching my video about the plane or the crash site of Leonard Skinner. You know, hardly didn't have many views, but more than a year later, people started picking it up and watching it, and then more people started watching it, and it started going up. So maybe it's not popular today, but maybe it'll be popular at some point.
Right. Now, one of the clues I want to give people is that there are three different types of actual subscribers. You know, you might not think there is, but there is. There's your short subscriber who wants to just watch shorts. We know those are the new generations who their attention spans this long. And we have the subscribers who like to watch longs. Then you have your subscribers that like to watch the shorts and the longs. So there's three different types. So if you don't do shorts, you're going to have, and you just do long videos or just do live videos, you're not gonna have the subscriber count like I have, because I do a lot of shorts and I do I do both. This month I've been working on just doing shorts. I've got videos that I'm working on that I haven't put out yet, but I've been for the last I don't know, I have to look, but it's the last 3 weeks I've not put out any kind of long-term video, and that's because of my internet is so screwed up that it takes me 24 hours to upload a 20-minute video from here at the house. I have to load up my computer, go to my son's house where he has high-speed internet and to upload videos, and I don't always want to run down there to upload a video, so I do them in spurts. and I space them out to be shown. If you have, by doing the ads that I've done, the promotions I've done, I have a lot of short. It's a short ad. I get a lot of short people subscribing to the ad, and some will come in and watch the longer videos, and some won't. So, but I have my channel. I consider it has a very well-rounded base of subscribers. I mean, I've got the long, the short, and the in between.
And it will show you in the studio who watch just shorts, who watch just long format or live streams, and some it'll show you which ones watch, both or watch all kinds of videos.
Okay, a silent live, Kathy, which Desert said, what about a silent live? Who watches those? And silent live is basically like your ARMSs, where like I've got one that I did of the glaciers, and there's no talking on it really. There may be music to it, and it just shows something. Like I showed the glacier. There's one I've seen a couple out this year right now that are like the fireplace scene, one of a Christmas tree at a house. Gary put a couple out. One was rain. It was raining. Those are your ASMRs, and those are your silent. I don't want to call them like silent lives, but they're silent streams.
Well,
hope I answered that question. ASMR. What did I say?
No, I don't know.
I don't know what I said. But anyways, that's right. You're right, Jay. I may have messed up, but you know what I mean.
Well, I agree about the ASMR thing, and I think that some videos, for example, I have a tendency, if I'm a lot of times on Saturday afternoons when I come home, if I've got time before Jonesy goes live, or if I've got time to take a short nap, I'll cut on a beach scene and just let the waves lap on the sand while I'm,
Now, Kathy at Resourceful Living asking us, does they drop ads in them? I can't tell you that because I'm a premium member. I'm a premium member of YouTube. I pay $13.99 a month to be premium, so I don't see ads and I don't watch ads for the simple reason. If I want to watch people's videos, I want to watch their videos. I want to watch an ad. So I pay the $13 so I don't have to see the ad.
well,
And by me being premium, and there's other people who are premium stops you from having ads, but it doesn't stop that creator from getting paid for the ads that would have been seen if you weren't a premium. They get a portion of your premium money goes to them because for that reason. So I don't know. Did I explain that right? Very good, or did I mess that up?
I think you did. I mean, I've got YouTube Premium as well because I hate commercials and I don't watch them.
And I mean, it's kind of talking out both sides of our mouth and say I do promotions, which is an ad, and then I don't watch ads. Well, I don't really have the time to watch ads. If I watch the ads, then I'm not going to be able to watch as many videos. And so it's like you got to figure out what's more important, watching ads or watching people's videos. Now, I have a TV. I run my stuff on TV also, and it has ads in that. I'm not. I'm talking about my channel on here on the computer under Butler Family Farm. That is a premium channel. Under my other email address, which I watch my own stuff even on the TV, I see ads. And I have even seen one of the videos I was watching of mine, it had a 45-minute ad in it. And I am, and matter of fact, I was watching it, had it going, and Susan come in here, what's that? I said, oh, I'm watching Butler Family Farm. And she laughed. She says, that's not a, I said, that's an ad. She goes, it is? I said, yeah, and it's been running for like 40 minutes. And she said, what do you want to rent for? I said, because I'm paying myself, you know. So I watched it and I run, and right at the end of the 45 minutes, another 45-minute ad came on top of that. And I let it run. And at the end of that, 2 days later, I checked my um, analytics, and it said I had made $5. And I'm thinking that's because I read that ad run on my channel for that long. Most people don't watch ads; they click it out of it, 5 seconds later. They don't pay that much attention to ads. If they do, it's because it's running and they're driving and they just have to listen to it, or they're busy and they can't go and click out of it.
Hang on.
So the ad runs. But I proved that if you can watch your own stuff under another email address on a
Hey,
different device, and you can actually make money from letting the ads run through it.
hey, let me mention one thing.
Hey, Nora, go
Good to see
ahead.
you, Nora. Just for the sake of being inclusive, or looking at different aspects, because there are a lot of people that will throw a silent stream up, and I don't know that it's specifically to be about ASMR as much as it is, them just trying to get watch hours. The because some it's hard, I would think, to maintain if you're doing a bunch of live streams like what we're doing here, and you're talking and actually being active, conversating with everybody. You know, some people will throw a live stream up there, and it kind of depends on how strong your support base is. Because now I don't know about ads. Most of the time, the ones that I see doing that are trying to get monetized. I don't think they're worried about them, once they get monetized. Although that brings up another interesting point. Um, a lot of newly monetized channels are concerned about maintaining 4,000 watch hours.
Perfect. You did that perfectly, Gary.
Um,
Yes, that is a myth. And we have a member who, well, Eddie's not in here. He was in here. I don't know if he's still listening, but Eddie has not been over 4,000 hours for 2 years now, and he's still monetized.
what
So once you get monetized, the 4,000 hours and your 1,000 subscribers, all they care about, yes, he is here. All they care about is views and you staying active. You being active, even one video a week is considered active. You're active by putting a video up, and there people are watching the views and stuff. That's all they care about. They don't care if you fall under 4,000. Now, if they decide they want to care, they're going to send you an email and tell you that you need to get your watch hours up. And I don't know if Eddie said he's gotten one of those letters or not. But Eddie told me the other day that he hasn't been over 4,000 watch hours in 2 years, and he's still monetized.
let,
So
I tell you what, let me go one step further. Um, because my channel, I'm about to share uh, the last year of my channel, and what it's because I hadn't been over 4,000 watch hours. I've been monetized since I think uh, the 19th of August 2022, and
let's do this, Gary.
this, as you'll see right here,
Oh, I'm trying to get this where you and I are on the side there.
Well,
I
hang
want to
on,
make it smaller.
hang on. Let me do it this way. But
Okay.
hang on, right there.
There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to
All
do.
right. If you'll notice, there's a lot of activity right here, and a little bit here, but then there's dead, dead, dead. A little bit of activity, a little dead spot, and then activity back here. Well, what you can surmise from that is, this is where I'm into YouTube. It's kind of hard to see, with me being in the way. But with me being right here, oh, wait a minute. Let me try something a little different. Let me do it this way. Um, what you'll see is there are times when I'm very active in YouTube and other times I'm not. But yet my hours, even with this activity here, is still below um, the 4,000 hours.
Right. And that's for three. That's set for 365 days.
That's for 365 days. I set it right up here. 365 days. Now, does that mean that you should purposefully go below 4,000? Of course not.
You
But
should you should try to just do what you're doing. Be consistent.
yeah, I mean, even with this, I have maintained, and let me see if I got a 6 month thing on here. No, but I got 90 days. 90 days. Even with that, there are times when I throw out a short just for fun, or I'd have a live stream or something to that effect. The Anyhow, and I don't make a lot on YouTube. It doesn't it's not
Now,
going to affect my life one way or the
I'm
other.
going to bring mine up.
Now, I will say this.
Do that.
All right, all you do is
There we
well,
go. Just like that. We can still talk. We don't have to be. I don't have to be on screen like that.
yeah,
So
that's the problem.
this is mine, and this shows for my views. But here's my watch hours. There's my watch hours, and you can see it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And here's this right high peak right here. That's the watch hour I did for that big giveaway we did. But my views, there's my views. I'm averaging over 5,858 views right now.
That's over the last 48 hours.
Yeah, and this my subscribers for the last year.
Hey, that reminds me, I've had 2,029.02 views over the last 48 hours. 29.02.
Yep.
Anyhow, I thought it was interesting. The
So it just shows that you don't have to worry about the hours once you get monetized. And I say that because Carol the other night was she got herself worked up in a frenzy
oh,
that that she was she was under 4,000 watch hours, and she was going to give up YouTube altogether because she fell under 4,000 watch hours, or she was close to falling under 4,000 watch hours, and she didn't want to be told that she couldn't have it anymore. So and I said, what the heck is that? Email me the link. Okay.
Eddie, I'm emailing you the link as we speak.
Okay,
Trying
good.
to. I'm trying to.
Eddie can show us his how he's not monetized anymore. I just want everybody to realize that YouTube has its own things, and they're don't always take everybody says as gospel. You have to take everything with a grain of salt and find out what works for you. Um,
Can I,
and you do you. You don't do you because somebody else told you to do you. You do you for yourself. You make the videos you want to make. You do the lives you want to do. You know, it all will work out in the end. I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years now. I'm in my fifth year, and I'm a little farther along than I thought I'd be by this time. But it's not as far as long as I'd like to be.
well, let me just say this as well.
Did you
I,
get it, Eddie?
I sent it. I hope he got it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. YouTube is in business to
There he
make.
is.
Hang on, let me add Eddie.
Okay.
YouTube is in business to make money. If they don't have content, they don't make money because they don't, they have to have the content to put ads around or during. All right. If they've got somebody that's shown an interest in making content, is trying to make some money off of it, or just make content, they're not anxious to get rid of them. Now, you might look at it as getting written up while you're at, if you're at a job and, somebody writes you up for this, that, or the other thing. It's not that they're trying to get rid of you. They may be trying to adjust your way of thinking, or maybe they're just waiting for you to do something that they don't like, and it'll give you a reason. It gives them a reason to do that. I had to hold it.
You want us to bring that up, Ed? Eddie?
Yeah, you can bring it up. See, right, bigify it.
I'm gonna make it larger so everybody can see it.
See right
No,
here.
that's not what I want.
Yeah, no,
There
that's
we
the right
go.
one.
Hang on.
Watch time and hours.
Let me do
What the
this.
heck, Gary?
I'm just trying to get it where people can see it.
Bigify.
Well, I was
like
making it so
Gary had it. He had it.
like
There
this.
you go.
Do like this, Gary. They can hear us.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now it went away. What the heck happened? There. Okay, right. I had it all right, and then you right there. Okay. Come on. Watch time. Nope. Now hold on a minute. Give me a second.
Now you gotta make it bigger.
Yeah, hold on.
I think Eddie may be trying to keep some of his personal information personal.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
I don't blame
Yes, sir. You're right.
Well, I know you well enough.
Yeah, so do I. I know. I understand.
Right here, watch time in hours, 2,000 for the last 365 days. 2.0K right above here. And that's 24% more than the previous 365 days. So, and the thing is I've been monetized since I started, 6 months after I started, which was 2022, 2021, something like that.
Let me tell you what it was. I can tell you.
You can get rid of that screen, Gary.
December 12th, 2021.
Yep. So 4 years I've been monetized basically, and 2 of those years, I haven't had 4,000 watch hours. At least 2 of the years.
Right.
But here's the thing.
And I used you as an example because you told me you were like that. So.
But I make pretty dang good money, and YouTube don't want to lose that money because I'm not getting the watch hours. Because on a small channel, on a small content creator like me, okay, you don't get a whole lot of ad revenue. I don't anyway, but I don't put out a lot of videos, or I haven't in the past. And most of the money comes from memberships and super chats. And YouTube, if they demonetize me, they would not get the memberships and the super chat money. So
correct.
So can you cut up your gain on your mic a little bit?
No.
Okay, never mind.
So basically, that we're trying to tell you guys is once you get monetized, don't worry about the watch hours as much as you want to worry about the views.
Gary?
A little bit, I think.
I had you muted.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to let you guys know is you guys got to be sure you worry about getting views or staying active. Now I showed you mine of how often you saw the up and down, up and down, up and down. I put videos out. I put videos out now for almost every day. I mean, for 2 years straight. Now that's how I wanted to do it, but I also, like I said, I do promotions, but I do not spend any of our household money on promotions. And when I say household money, I'm talking about money that Susan and I get from in our house living expenses. I only use money that I get from YouTube, and I just turn around and roll it right back into YouTube for the promotions. And that's how I've done it. Now, people will tell you I'm buying subs. Well, that's not true. I'm using a promotional program that YouTube gives me to use. And I remember someone telling me one time that you don't have to be a real smart person, but you have to have smart people around you to be a good manager. And that's, I try to use the tools that I can have at my sense to help me. And I can tell you, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I helped Jan. She's done it. Linda from another time, she's done it. Jesse and Lisa, they've done it. Empty Homestead, they've done it. Whistle Stop's done it. Gary's done it. Eddie's done it. I'm trying to think. I can't think of everybody else. Oh, Junk to Gems has done it. I can't think of everybody.
Did you say Gary?
Huh?
Did you say Gary?
Yeah, I did say Gary. I've told a lot of people how to do it and what to watch for, what not to do it, and I've done a lot of experiments. What works and what you should be careful of. You can do it if you want to, but if you guys want to do a promotion, you should call me or email me, and I will be more than happy to tell you what you shouldn't do, because there's things that you're just going to waste your money on or waste YouTube money on. So you're not going to get the results from it that you would like to get from it. What
Jerry, did you read these names?
No.
Dude 1, dude 2, random dude.
Yeah, I know we're 1 and 2, but you're random dude. And next week, our next month we'll have Jan on. She'll be random Miss Dude or random
Dudette.
Dudette, yeah.
Okay, I just want to let y'all know something about the buying subs. Is when you go to a channel and you buy bananas or whatever. That's buying subs. That's against YouTube policies and everything else. Okay? Any successful business, any startup business, and me, I got into YouTube as a business basically to make money, to help pay my bills and everything else. Some people start YouTube for their own pleasure. Some start it as a reminder of the
Desert, call me and I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, I'll let Jerry answer that in a second.
Hang on.
But others start it as a memory for their grandkids and great grandkids to see what their great grandpa was like or whatever. People start YouTube for different reasons. I started YouTube and I've never tried to hide it. I've always said I started YouTube. I did YouTube for the money because I didn't want to do a YouTube channel. A guy talked me into it. A guy lied to me, said you can make money. After I told him no, he kept on, and he found out my trigger. My point was you can make money on YouTube. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, how much money can I make? Well, I make $900 a month, but you won't start out at that. Shortly after I started YouTube, I realized that was a lie. But like I was saying, now, I'm not saying there's some people, that make millions on YouTube, Mr. Beast and everything else. But what I'm saying is any smart business is going to buy advertisements to grow their business. Okay? And YouTube has made it legal, basically, to buy advertisements to push you out there or whatever to grow your business, to grow your channel. So you're not doing anything against the rules, against, why people would look down on that. It's your money. You can invest it on however you want to invest it. And a smart business person is going to invest in advertising. Well, that's basically what you're doing. You're paying to get your channel out there, get more visibility to your channel and everything else. And so by buying the YouTube promotions, my subscribers went from 1,600 basically 1,600 to 40
1602.
Okay, 1602 to shut up, you're a ball.
I remember that, man.
4,344 44
Yeah.
4344.
Congratulations, Eddie.
So, and mine was ran from what date, Jerry?
Middle of the month to the end of the month. I remember exactly.
Middle of November.
12th of November, something like that.
Y'all hang on just a second. Desert, we're about to look at that, I swear. In fact, I on this live stream, I'm going to get Jerry to walk me through a promotion. I've done it. I've done
Wait a
it.
minute. Hey, Gary, why don't you send me some money so I can do a promotion?
I've already done that, Eddie.
What?
I've already done that, Eddie. That's why you ran the. You refused to run the.
I need to catch up to you, though, Gary.
Hey, you did pretty good though for $80 for the month.
The
So,
Eddie,
all right, I'm gonna pull this up, and there's things in a promotion that there's things you can do. There's three things in a promotion. You can promote subs or grow your channel, they call it. You can promote a video for views, which I recommend don't do it. And you can do a web page. If you have a web page, you can advertise the web page, and that's great if you have a web page. If you don't have a web page, of course, you're not going to want to spend the money on that.
Gary, maybe you being the silent partner of Jamie, maybe you should promote her web page, her merchandise.
Hey, I tell you what, I will do that if you will get a ad together talking about her merchandise.
She got to do that. Jerry's got one.
I don't like it. I'm going to redo it.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Jerry will get that together. I don't mind, paying for some advertising for her merchandise.
Jamie, are you here?
Okay, I'm gonna drop you guys down when I pull this. I'm not drop you down. I'm just gonna pull this up and bring it up above.
Well, I was going to say something, but okay.
Okay, this is the YouTube promotion page, and it's right there. It says new promotion, and we'll walk Gary through it. But this is I got two going right now for $2 per day, and I've done it for 30 days. Each one started on December 1st and ends at the end of December, which is the 30th, 31st, whatever last day is. $2 a day, and I haven't refreshed it. They've been refreshing.
Hang on, Jerry. All right, I get what you're saying, but let's take that down for a minute. All right, that's fine for telling them what has happened.
Hey, Gary, hold on a minute. Gary, you do realize you can control stuff, right? Instead of telling Jerry, take that down you do realize you have control too, right?
Well, I was okay.
Okay.
Look.
All right. So what do you want to do, Gary? You want to do a promotion?
I'm going to do a promotion right here, right now.
All right. Well, I was going to tell people I was going to let them know. There's.
Well, you got to be careful what you do. You're going to walk me through it so that other people can see just how easy it is to do, and this. All right, and this is a channel that I have that only has 589 subscribers. Now, I have no idea what video we're going to go through and promote, but let's find a video just to promote that are, I guess a short will probably be best.
No, I don't think so.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. I was going to say, what I've done is I've done an ad, a little intro ad of mine that introduces the channel. You can do a promotion on a video, or a song is even better because it shows different things of it. That's what Eddie did. He did a promotion on a song. I do a song and an ad. If you do a video itself, a short or whatever, it's not going to get as many subscribers from that short video as it will if you had a song about your channel or you have a little ad about your channel.
Hey, well, that's great for the other folks on here.
What channel is that? What channel is that, Gary?
That's Belt Loop 29 Homestead.
Okay, let me make a song for you real quick.
Okay, make me a song. Okay.
Y'all do your little stuff and everything. I'm just going to be out in the bottom making a song.
Well, okay, I'm going to take this down, Gary, and bring the other one back up. All right, this is, like I said, this one right here, you guys can see right here, is actually my song. And that's our B song. And I've advertised this from the 1st of December to, it's going all the way through. I spent $10.74 on it so far. I don't know if you can read those numbers or not. And I've had 52,326 impressions on it, which means that's how many people that's actually seen the thumbnail on it, or how else you can put it, is it's been impressed to, has been shown to. Out of that, 2,454 have actually watched it, and out of that, 510 subscribers have come to it this month. This one here is my other one, which is my actual ad, and it's still $2 a day. $10.69 has been spent on it. 61,408 people have seen the impression of it. 2,398 have actually watched it, and 506 have actually subscribed from it. Now, and then I've got all kinds of them down here that I've done. I've done them over a year now. And
Okay.
So how can I get? I don't know how to get these things. There we go. So if you want to do an ad, I would recommend doing. If you don't have a song, get a song. If you got a song, you can use a song, or do a little ad. In your ad, you explain what your channel's about.
What genre you want, Gary?
Do what now?
What genre you want?
Probably country. After all, it is a homestead channel.
Okay.
That's right.
By the way, Penny Ortiz became a member
Of yours?
Well, of yours and mine, I think.
Oh, now she's a double member of mine.
Well, maybe it had lapsed or something. I don't
know. She's been a double member for a long time. So one of them lapsed, and she just redo it. I appreciate that, Penny.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Penny.
excuse me. So if you haven't done anything like that, I recommend you keep it under 3 minutes or right around 3 minutes. Mine's 3 minutes and 8 seconds long. Eddie, how long was yours? 2 minutes and 50?
No, it was 3. I think it was like almost 3 minutes. It was like 2:57, 2:58,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, so 3 minutes, because most people will sit there and watch the 3 minute ad, and especially if it's a song. They'll go, "Hey, it's a song. What is that?" And they'll listen to it, and then they'll look at it, and then they may or may not come subscribe to that. And next month we'll talk about how I get more subscribers that have come to my channel through the ad, but not from the ad. And that probably doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense in my head. That's I can't help that. What it means is what I'm trying to say is they'll watch the ad, then they come to my channel, they'll watch other videos, and then they'll subscribe, but they didn't subscribe from the ad itself. And I'll show you that next month to show how there is a difference. But I recommend you do an intro to your channel. Like Whistle Scott's got his song with the train song, which is perfect. And Eddie's got the song of Marine's birthday, which is perfect. And and Gary's got one too.
Well, Jerry, I think my point was just to, if you go through, and because when it asks you what the purpose of your ad is, and I don't know, it may be that if I just took a random thing and promoted it, that especially if it's a short, because people that watch shorts tend to be more impulsive, I think, anyhow, and more likely to just hit subscribe. I think that it would find those individuals that might watch that tend to, hit the like or hit the subscribe button. I don't know, but I would agree with you that if it was something that was determined to show about the channel, it's more likely to subscribe. I was just trying to show my purpose was just to show how easy it is to do an ad. Right. Without making it real complicated, and also show how much you could spend or how little you could spend on just doing a simple promotion.
Well, Desert Living asks how much money is it? It could be anything from $10 a month or $10 for a day, or you can do, I don't ever go over what I bring in. So the most I've ever done, I think, was I spent $250 one month. But I know some channels does more for the month. But you're in control of that. which is nice about that
Yeah.
in the promotion. You're in control of it. You can put on, you can change the video every day if you want. You can change how long it runs. But if you get a phone call from Google AdSense telling you they want to do your ad for you, I don't recommend that because you don't have any control over that once they've done that. It's you're locked in for the period of time. You can't change the song or the ad. You can't tweak it. You can't change the dates. It's locked in for the time that you told them to. It's made Google AdSense people don't understand how YouTube people want to show their ads. They want to do like car sales ships. And that's what they're at. They're in there wanting to show widgets and all this other stuff that people are trying to sell. When I did it before, they kept asking me, "What am I selling?" And I said, "I'm not selling nothing. What are you trying to advertise?" I said, "I'm trying to advertise my YouTube channel." And it took me a while to get them to understand, like 4 hours on the phone, to get them to understand that I was trying to do I already had been doing promotions, but they wanted me to do it AdSense, and I did this, being able to tell other people this is a good thing or not a good thing, and I don't think it's a good thing to do.
Well, let me point something out real quick. That watch hours are gained typically by longer format videos and by live streams. If somebody has the watch hours and they just need the subs, a promotion is an easy way to get your, over the sub.
Get your sub count up. That's right.
So it's not the end all be all, but it will help in some situations for some people. Other people, their main concern is they want to see big numbers on their channel, and that's fine too. You can do that. But the fact is, in this particular instance, a lot of the people that we deal with have watch hours. They're just needing subs.
Right.
So, some people need watch hours, but don't have the subs.
And I want to address that. I was told by a large channel that a lot of people know here, and I'm not going to mention their names. They called me and they said, I heard you're doing promotions." I said, "Yes." And they said, "You're not going to get your play button." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yep, it's YouTube, quote unquote, supposedly looks at it as just paying for the subs." And I said, "Well, I guess we'll find out when I get to 100,000." I got the 100,000. I got the play button. I got it on the wall. You come to our lives, you can see it behind me on the wall. It never affected me. He was wrong, and there, I don't know why he told me that or why he thought that, but he was saying he was told that, and I don't know where it came from, and I just let that go. But one thing you have to be careful is if you promote a video, and I mean a video, and I can't go. I'm gonna. That's the other room, Shannon. I can go get it. And Susan's asleep out there.
Well,
If you promote a video, you cannot make money on that video. You can't. You can do that video. You're not going to get paid AdSense for any ads that go with that video. So, if you do promote a video and for views, you'll get views, but you're not going to make the money from the views. So just be aware of that. That's one thing you do not get. You do not get money from views if you're promoting a video for views. And now I did that. I'll go get it just to show it, Jan.
all right. Whoa. Hey, Corner. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. There was something else I was going to say, but I think if you think about it, a lot of these people that
Can
are
y'all hear that?
What's that?
I was just playing a song. Can y'all hear that?
No,
Okay, cool.
I can't.
I can make y'all hear it, but
I hear Gracie.
No, it wasn't that. Okay, I was
Is
playing
that
a song
Gracie or
that I
Redneck?
created. Huh?
Is that Gracie or Redneck? Hey, good to see you, Mark.
No, that's Gracie, I think.
Okay, let me. Hey,
Do you want me to put a video to this, or
if you could, that would be great.
well, do you want it to be one of the videos you have? Just put instead of the.
That sounds great to me. Or if you want to edit up a video for me with different cuts from my channel,
I could do that, but I don't know. Hold on a minute. Oh, I can't bigify him. There you go.
There it is. There's the play button. This is right there for passing 100,000 subscribers.
That's pretty.
So you guys, if you would like to see it again, it will be on it's on our lives in the back. But this was a royal pain in the butt to get it off, Jan. Thanks a lot.
Hey Gary, I need some money so I can do a promotion so I can get me a play sticker, a play button. I mean,
We'll talk about that when I get to 100,000.
hey, I'm making you a dang song, bruh.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
So-
tell me what you want for doing it, and I'll give
No.
you some money.
No. Here's the thing. What I need to know is like, if you're wanting to do this ad right now on the live to show people, then I'm not going to have time to download videos and cut them up
Right.
and edit them and put it there. If I can probably download a video you already have and just put the music in there, take out the sound and put the music in there and upload it to your channel. And then that way you could promote that video. But if, for me to go in and cut it all up and stuff and put different clips, it would take longer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I got an idea, Eddie.
I'm looking for one that's about 3 minutes and 6 seconds long.
All right, hang on, Eddie.
And I'm looking at the thing right now.
All right, sorry, I had dude 1, dude 2, and random dude. I got an idea.
And Kitty.
And you're doing all of this for me for free.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw out an option here. All right. We were talking about doing an advertisement for Jamie's products. All right. So here's what I'm thinking.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to get your stuff.
I know that. But hear me out. Here's what we'll do. I'll pay you $100 to do 2 videos, one for me and one for Jamie's product. And I will pay for and next time it'll give somebody something to come back for. Next time, I will pay for my promotion and I will pay for a promotion for the other video,
Hey, Ken.
Jamie's products, to be played. So,
Okay.
Hey, Daddy Dutch.
We can discuss that later. What I'm wanting to know now is you want me to just find a video that's about 3 minutes and 6 seconds long?
That's all right. We'll just wait for next month. And that'll give you time to do a real good video with, you've got access to the channel.
Okay, well, so next month you're going to do the promotion, not right now?
Right. We'll do that next month.
We'll do it next month. We're going to show the promotions. We'll get more into promotions next month.
Okay, can I play this song, though?
Yes, play the song.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can figure this out on how. Let me know when y'all hear it, okay?
Can't hear it yet.
Okay, hold on.
Give him a chance.
Okay.
No, that's not what I want.
No, y'all can talk. Just let me know when it comes on.
I'm
Because
just trying to remove some stuff.
Well, this would help Jamie get some more orders, and I'm interested in that. And I'm also interested, I guess, in getting my one channel over 1,000. I've got 2, but one of them's coming up on 1,000. All my channels tend to be over 1,000 except for 2. Well, I guess 3.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Jan said, remember, there's a little bit of time the promotions take effect. When you do a promotion the very first time, like Eddie did this last month in November, he started it and said pending. It pended for probably a full day, right, Eddie?
yeah,
It pended for a full day before it actually went live because they went in and checked it and all that good stuff, and they released it and let it go live. They also took some money out of his account right away to be sure that it was an active account, and because they will not do credit cards that have money pay as you go type things. It has to be attached to your AgSense or attached to a credit card for a bank or something like that for it to work.
Brings up interesting thing.
I'm sorry, what?
I was going to ask, can I do a promotion through a channel that does not have.
Yes, you have a credit card.
Okay.
Yes, you don't have to. Don't have to have the AdSense attached. But if you do have the AdSense attached, taking care of all the paperwork done, you can do it through that part. And then when that channel gets gets to being monetized, then it's already set up for the money to go back to that account. That's all. If you want to do it that way or not.
Okay.
Now, for me, when I do a promotion, it's usually less than an hour before it takes effect. And that's because I've been doing it for so long. They know my account's an established account, so it's just automatically. Also, when you first do it, the very first time they set it's like a credit card type account. They only take the money out after the first of the following month. So I'm running the promotions right now, $2 a day. At the end of the month, it'll be $120. They'll take that money out on the 2nd of January. And so that money, so it's like your charge account. And the more you do, the more they give you a lenient to how much you can charge. They say, like right now, they tell me I can charge up to $350 on my AdSense to do a promotion, which I will not do. I mean, that's totally against what I'm trying to do. I don't want to spend any more than what I get in, and if I can spend half of what I get in, that I'm happy with. So, does that cover that, Jan? I know you wanted me to talk about that, but one thing I want to say is that promotions is not a bad thing. There's nothing that comes out of it being bad. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing comes out of it being bad.
Well, it's nothing different than people doing giveaways on their own show,
right?
Stickers and that type of thing. I don't think. I mean, because you're still spending money.
Right. I wanted to say, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life. I don't know if she wasn't here earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not. But she did it at one time. But she said to call me one time because she had my phone number. She called me one time and said that she heard my ad. And I said, really? She said, yeah, I was taking a shower and I heard your voice in the bathroom. I was playing YouTube music and I heard your voice doing your ad. And I thought, what the heck is Jerry doing in my bathroom? And then she realized it was coming across on YouTube Music. So they don't just advertise on YouTube videos, they advertise on YouTube Music also.
That's cool.
So I just wanted to put that out there because I thought when she called me, she said she heard me in her bathroom. I went like, what? And she said she was shocked because she heard my voice in her bathroom. I wanted to know what I was doing in her bathroom.
Can y'all hear that?
Come on.
Listen.
No.
Can't hear that?
No.
There you go.
God bless
America.
Okay. Let me try this. Hold on. Ralph said it would work.
Maybe we need Ralph.
Let's see if you can hear that. Can you hear that?
No.
Nina's asking how much did YouTube take from you when you do a promotion? Well, you're paying for the promotion. So whatever you decide to pay, you have the option to pay whatever you want in a promotion. And next month we will show you how you can do a promotion, or if you want to know before that, you can call me and I'll walk you through it on a one-on-one basis. So that way, we're not holding everybody else up. But it's all how much you want to spend.
Right.
You can do
$20. You can spend $20
for the whole month, or $20 a day if that's what you want to spend.
Right.
And that's all they get. All that. So it's not like how much do they take? She said, how much do they take? 40%? No, they take all. They get paid all of that because you're paying for the promotion. It's like you're an advertiser for a company. You're paying to advertise your channel.
It's just like if you went to the radio station and said, "Hey, would y'all, promote me? I've got a commercial here. Here's how. I'm willing to spend this much money." They may have a time at 2:00 in the morning where that radio station.
Hello. Hello.
I hear you.
You don't hear me.
I hear
I hear
you.
Well, that's okay. I need to make sure you heard me before I tried the
I'm
song.
sorry. Yes, I do. I hear you.
You.
Yeah, but I'm saying hello, 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 and nobody's saying anything.
Well, that's Gary's talking. I don't want to interrupt you.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes, hear you. We don't hear the song.
You don't hear the song still.
No,
Nope.
sir.
Okay, hold on. Y'all gotta answer me if I say hello, hello, hello.
I know. Would you give us a chance? Take a breath too.
All you had to do was say yes or no because I was trying to test out my different things. Let me.
He's gonna get this. I know. You know. Hopefully, before we're done. You only got 4 minutes left, right? No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, where you at?
He was in the chat.
Well,
So I'm sorry. So
No.
promotions could be, you know, like I said, I'm doing a song promotion for $2 a day, and I'm doing my ad, the Butler Family Farm ad promotion for $2 a day.
System.
My poor wife. Why you say my poor wife, Emily? She's in the living room, snuggled on the couch with 3 dogs and a cat and her blanket, and she's happy.
Hey, when we bought this house, one of the reasons why we bought this house is because my room was on the other end of the house from the bedroom. We had one where my TV was right against the wall of the bedroom. It was a big room, but it tended to bother Tammy at night.
Let's see. Audio output.
Yeah, Jen started when she had 4,900 subs. Now she's at 52,700, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. She's on up there. She's
And
good.
I started when I was at 5,000 subs, and I have almost 119,000.
I think I've done 2 or 3 promotions. Honest with you, I don't know how many subs I've gained, but it's been pretty good.
But
I know I can get those. I mean, I need less than 500 subs on my Homestead channel to get to 1,000, and that's really all I'm looking for. I'm not looking
right.
for, I'm not trying to hit 100,000 or anything. I really don't. That's not something that's interesting.
Well, I know the first one you did.
Their bands.
Oh, I hear it now.
I hear it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. You hear it good?
Well, I'll turn my sound up.
Well, I haven't started it yet, but
Well, I have my sound usually down at 20. I'll turn it up to 50.
All right, I had to go stream mix for that. Okay, and you can hear me still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bulldogs, I think that depends on where you're advertising.
Okay,
right.
Here we go. Here's Gary's Belt Loop 29 Homestead song.
Okay.
Gary's out back with his hands in the dirt, planting tomatoes in his favorite old shirt. Nikki's barking, AJ's digging a hole, Rosemary sniffing by the garden roll. He used to watch football, holler at the screen. Now he's got kale and collards where the end zone's been. Tammy's by the barn with her goats and her hens. Rabbits in the hutch, worms in their bins. Gary's twerking by the tractor, grooving in his boots, hanging out like a belt loop. He's got nothing to lose. Parsimonious and proud, but he splurge on a beer, throwing out redneck words, big ones too, my dear. He's a gardener, a cook, a dog daddy, it's true. Gary's got a garden groove. He wears the pants, but Tammy picks the shade. Khaki or denim, depends on the day. His mama cracks jokes that'll leave you in tears. His daddy's got smart, speaks tongues, no fear. PK by birth, he quotes scripture like prose with a pedantic flair only Gary knows. Gary's twerking by the tractor, grooving in his boots, hanging out like a belt loop. He's got nothing to lose. Parsimonious and proud, but he's Gary's got his quirks, he's a walking contradiction with $5 words and backyard conviction. Gary's twerking by the tractor, grooving in his boots, hanging out like a bell loop. He's got nothing to lose, parsimonious and proud, but he splurged on a beer, throwing out redneck words, big ones too, my dear. He's a gardener, a cook, a dog dad, it's true. Gary's got a garden groove, yeah.
Very good, Eddie. Very good.
I enjoy that.
I loved it. Now I'm going to ask you something. I don't ask you very much, but I'm going to ask you something. If you make one to introduce our channel, our two dudes give clues for next month. So we
Hey,
put it at the beginning.
let me say thank you to Penny. She just contributed $20.
Yes.
So that is very much appreciated. I do, it
I
is.
want to thank her also.
Let me say thank you to Penny. So thank you, Penny. Yeah, it'd be nice to have one for the channel, for the
Startup. Let's
Startup.
start off. Yeah.
two dudes. Yeah, it'd be nice to have one for giving.
Good job, Eddie. I have to hand it to you. You got to, you just take on words and put it in there and make it come out pretty damn good.
You saw how he got that little dig on me about Tammy picking the color.
I love it. I thought it's true. Come on, Gary. Come on. Just admit to it.
I was gonna put it a different way, and I'm like, no, Gary won't like that. So I backed it up. I was gonna say Tammy wears the jeans and Gary wears the belt loop or something, the belt. Shut up! But freaking, I'm like, no, let me tone it down a little bit. So
He did a good job. I mean, he really did. That really is a good job.
You did a good job, except for the whole Tammy picks the color thing.
That's okay. That's all in fun. Makes it fun.
I know.
So now you just got to put some video to it, and then we can advertise it next month.
That's fine. I guess you'll have to look through it and find some video of Tammy.
We take it out for her channel.
I already know what I can do. There's some shorts that Gary's recording her, and she gets mad, and her face and everything else, you can tell she's saying what's what.
It's going to be perfect, Eddie. You can do that. It's going to be perfect. So,
that's a lot of work, though.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Eddie.
yeah, Simon, it doesn't say he's a random dude, though,
But
He's a random dude.
Hey, Eddie, I would have paid you more if you hadn't included that about the she. Oh. That's all I'm saying. I got a discount a little bit for that.
I got that. I'll pay the discount, whatever it is.
It's 50%.
50.
Hey, you said you'd pay it, so
I was going to wait after you discounted, then I pay it. You don't discount anything.
anyhow.
Anyways, so how much longer you want to go? We've got an hour and 5 minutes, or hour and 5 minutes.
Hey, we got to leave something for next time.
That's right.
So
next month we will actually show how we do a promotion. We will answer everybody's questions.
That's next time, Jan. Would you be in the dudette? She's saying, yes, I can barbecue. The third dude is a dudette, not me.
That will be her next month. She'll be up next month.
That's next.
And we're going to show how to do promotions. We're going to talk about more about promotions. We're going to answer any questions you guys have on promotions. And if you come up with any more questions between now and then, you can email them to me, or you can write them down and ask us then. I can tell you it's hard to watch the chat and pick up all the chat with questions and stuff. So if you guys want to jot it down and just send me an email with it, I'll print out a list and have it next month. But Jan's going to be up on our live next month as a contributor to doing promotions.
2 dudes and a dudette.
Yep, 2 dudes and a dudette next month. Random dudette.
Yep, but we got dude 1, dude 2, and a random dude this week.
That's right. So I appreciate all you guys being here, and if you want some more clues on things or you have questions on things, please don't hesitate to ask us.
Hey, if Eddie shows up, if he's on another time, we may have to quit calling him random dude and put him as dude 3 or something.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. Keep that to yourself. He doesn't want to be on it. I already asked him before. He doesn't want to be. I'm surprised he came up today, and I appreciate him coming up. And I thank you.
You wanted me to come up to show. You wanted me to come up to show that.
I did, and I appreciate you doing it. Because you could have said, you could have told me, bite me. You could have said, bite me, Jerry, and
that's what Jamie says.
But I appreciate that.
Saying, bite me.
I appreciate you doing it.
Yes,
so
you
want to call it out when we close the end of it, Gary?
All right. Sure. Thank you all, everybody, for coming in. I can't see everybody that's chatting just because of the fact that we're on 2 different channels. I guess I could do mine. You could do yours.
Well, we can. I'll read out who's on my side, real quick, and we can see what
Okay.
I've got Arlene, Bulldogs, Desert Living, Old Man King, Hempstead Peter, Resourceful Living, Russian Wind Mountain, Jan at Simply Jan, Whistle Stop Homestead, and Yes I Can Barbecue.
Okay, so now I know who doesn't bother coming to my channel. Let me read off the folks that's on. No, I'm just playing. The folks that's on my channel. Arlene, thank you. In Buglet, Emily. Henry Leslie, Vermont. We got Judy May Collins. We got Nightbot, Penny Ortiz, member of the family. We have Sharon 2950 and the Chillin' Penguin. Thank you for coming in. We lost one, I guess, dropped off here since we look getting close to ending it. Here, go see it. Go grab it.
So thank you all for coming. And like I said, if you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you guys. And so, like I said, if we don't know, we'll make something up. No, if we don't know, we'll do some research on it. We won't just make stuff up. We'll only make stuff up we can't figure out what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of good people in here the whole time.
That's right.
We're thankful for everybody that's here. It's over here too.
So go ahead and call it out, Gary.
We're going to end. Thank y'all for being here. God bless you. Be good to one another and help one another. That's our only way to get through life, I think. But we're going to end in 3, 2, 1.